So today, in honor of National Bladder Health Month, yes, November is National Bladder Health Month, I am going to be chatting a little bit about our bladder and aptly named, Do You Know How to Pee? So we're going to talk a little bit about all things bladder. So if you're here, shoot me a little comment, say here, live, replay. I'd love to know that I'm chatting to someone and what's going on with you. Did you know that approximately 50% of women over the age of 65 will have bladder leakage or at some point? And it is one of the number one reasons that end up landing someone in the nursing home. So we want to prevent this because it often happens even in the early postpartum period. So it's not just an old lady issue. It affects all of us. And I am here to tell you that peeing in your pants is not a normal part of being a mom, okay? Diapers are not part of your future except for your baby, not for you, okay? So we're gonna talk about some good bladder health habits to be in to make sure that we don't have issues. Normal frequency to go to the bathroom is about going every 2 to 4 hours during the day and getting up anywhere from 0 to maybe 1 to 2 times per night. And that's only when we're older and or pregnant as far as getting up the multiple times a night. So ultimately we want to try and get in control of our bladder and not have our bladder in control of us. So one of the ways that our bladder kind of is in control of us is we do a lot of just in case peeing, or jicking for short. So just in case peeing is emptying your bladder just in case, like I'm leaving the house, or I don't know when I'm going to be by a bathroom again, or I should just do this just in case. And women are the worst at this. We do this all the time. But really we should try and wait until we have the urge to go and then empty our bladders. Now, obviously, if you're about to get on a plane ride or a long car ride or enter a meeting where you can't get up to go to the bathroom for, 2 hours or so, yes, you can empty your bladder, but making that a habit of going to the bathroom just in case actually trains your bladder to tell you that you have to go to the bathroom more often, and it's a slippery slope to go down, okay? And another thing that affects whether or not we have the urge to go to the bathroom is certain foods and beverages that we drink. So did you know that alcohol, soda, coffee, carbonated drinks, spicy or acidic food can all end up having an effect on our bladder and giving us a stronger urge to go? So if you know that your bladder has a tendency to give you strong urges, and that you might want to be watching out for what kind of food and beverages you're taking in, because that can make a big difference for people. One of the things that people tend to do wrong when they're dealing with bladder urgency and frequency is they decide to cut out fluid and not drink near as much as they should during the day. And so hydration really is key. We want to make sure that we are properly hydrated, because if we drink less water, that ultimately can lead to our urine being more concentrated, and that concentrated urine is more irritating for the bladder, and the bladder will make you try and go even more. So if you're having trouble with incorporating more water into your day, try to sip on it, not chug. And for me, it works really well to have something with a straw, so I can take a little sip and put it down versus feeling like I've got to drink a whole bunch at the same time. And as I talked about before, avoid the bladder irritating fluids such as alcohol, soda, caffeine, and acidic juices, because that can also cause some issues there, okay? The other thing that makes hydration a key is that if we are not properly hydrated, that means we can tend towards constipation, and that's going to actually push on our bladder and can cause some issues too. So hydration is very important both on the pee and the poop side of things. Who here is a hoverer when they go to the bathroom, okay? You do not want to squat over the toilet or hover over the toilet when peeing, okay? You need to sit down to pee or do a very deep, deep squat, like over a hole to pee. When we hover, that prevents our pelvic floor muscles from relaxing all the way, which means that we might not be emptying our bladder all the way. And that could force us to strain or push to pee, which can ultimately weaken our bladder. So if you're one of those people who feel like you need to hover in public places, you can get little toilet covers that you can carry in your purse, or carry little wipes with you, or a seat liner, so that you can actually sit down and relax to pee. You are supposed to relax to pee. We're not supposed to do Kegel exercises while we're peeing, because that can actually kind of mess up the way that our bladder and our muscles coordinate together and let the pee out, and that can make it so we don't actually fully empty. We're also not designed to push to pee. So which one of you moms out there are power peers, okay? And you know who you are. You get in there, there's a kid screaming on the other side of the door, and you push as hard as you can to get that pee out as quick as you can, because you got to get in and out of that bathroom as fast as you can. Unfortunately, that's not good for us either. We are designed to relax to pee. So the next time you go to the bathroom, I want you actually to go in there, sit down, and take 5 to 10 deep breaths and just let the pee happen. I promise it is not as long as you think it is, and your pelvic floor will thank you for it. Because if you get in the habit of doing pushing to pee, over time, this can weaken your pelvic floor and potentially lead to pelvic organ prolapse and even abdominal muscle separation. So we want the bladder to do the pushing for us, not us. We are supposed to relax to pee. Last thing I want to talk a little bit about is leakage. I led with a leakage stat that, over 50% of women over 65 have some type of bladder leakage. This is very, very common, but it is not normal. We are not all walking down the path to diapers. So if you leak, know that it is not something that you have to live with. This is something that you can change. You can it might be that you need to work on strengthening the pelvic floor or getting them to work better together, coordinating with other muscles. Maybe you simply need to learn how to retrain your bladder because your bladder has you trained. There are so many things that people can do, many of which don't involve surgery or medication. And so the best thing you can do is to partner up with a pelvic physical therapist to figure out what's going to work best in your situation, because they are really a key resource for you. So that's what I've got for you today as my tips for National Bladder Health Month. I wanted to inform everyone on what are some good bladder habits and see what your thoughts are. So I would love to hear what your takeaway is. Put it in the comments below and let me know what else you would like to learn about, because I am happy to share with you guys and I want to make sure it's pertinent to you. So have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will talk with you guys again soon.